Why women should stop striving for equality. I've got a confession to make. I don't believe in equality. In fact, I find the whole idea pretty troubling. After all, inequalities are complicated. Take feminism. Yes, men have always had a disproportionately large slice of the pie, but the question is, what are we fighting for? Equality between men and women? Sounds good, right? But hang on, which men do we want to be equal to? Just as not all women are the same, neither are all men. So, do I want to be equal to George Osborne, Chancellor of the Exchequer? Or do I want to be equal to the postman who pushes letters through my front door every day? Men inhabit different spaces, and they don't even have equality amongst themselves. Some face racism, some homophobia. And even if we put those differences aside, does equality mean parity with people who have always had it better off? In the 1970s, what we now call second-wave feminism was called the women's liberation movement. Liberation being the operative word. Yes, the movement had its flaws, like the fact that black women felt the need to campaign separately against racism. But it had vision too. Like feminists such as Selma James, she reimagined the idea of the family, arguing for cleaning and care work to be valued as much as construction and desk work. By campaigning for wages for housework, she was literally expanding the concept of the working class. After some thinking, it became clear to me that equality doesn't quite cut it. I don't want a share of disproportional power. I don't want to be included, and I don't wish to be assimilated into the status quo. Instead, why aren't we questioning who created the status quo in the first place? Men. After a lifetime of embodying difference, I've decided that I've got no desire to be equal. I want to deconstruct the system that marked me out as different and change it. That's fighting for liberation. Cast your mind back to 2014. Apple and Facebook announced that they would pay up to $20,000 for women employees to freeze their eggs so that they could focus on their careers without fretting about their fertility. Presumably, this was a move to enable women to keep up with men in the workplace. Great idea, right? Strides ahead for women. After all, in 2013, a government report found that half of all pregnant women in Great Britain experienced some form of disadvantage at work, and that 30,000 women said that they had been forced out of their jobs because of pregnancy. Absurdly, egg freezing is the logical conclusion of all of this equality talk. Equality is telling women employers that they can freeze their eggs so that they can be as productive as their male counterparts. But why can't we restructure the workplace to suit women's needs, or anyone with dependents? That's liberation. Or consider the endless women in boardrooms debate. Equality talk will have you believe that having women in senior positions of private companies will trigger a kind of trickle-down feminism that will benefit all women. But it's a comfortably assimilationist argument that doesn't change the culture of an organisation or address a passively hostile environment towards those with children and dependents in the first place. We need to embrace and accommodate difference, rather than requiring everyone to reach an arbitrary and pointless bar of assimilation. I can agree with equality as a transitional demand, but it's dishonest not to recognise it for what it is, the easy route. There is a difference between saying, please, we want to be included, and saying, we want to reconstruct your exclusive system. And it's the first one that doesn't piss as many people off. So next time you want to do your bit for women, don't seek to erase difference, seek to embrace it.
The anti-choice movement in the United States is not only making this decision so much more difficult for American women, but this well-funded and extremely politically powerful movement has been exporting their tactics and draconian policies abroad.